Hello there, folks. Welcome to another episode of Gaming and Chicanery. Today I want to ask the question, is Final Fantasy VII overrated? No, I don't think it is. In fact, I think it might be the perfect example of what makes a good Final Fantasy. Not to say that the game itself is perfect, far from it. But if I wanted to introduce someone to this series, this would be the game I would choose. Why? Well, it's my opinion that Final Fantasy VII nailed all of the elements that have made this series the iconic juggernaut we know so well today. What do I mean by that? Well, let's start with the cast. Each one is unique in their design, each with their own distinct personality and skill set, all of which were endearing and memorable. So much so that they continue to pop up in other titles inside and out of the Final Fantasy series. Now, that is to say that the games that came before or those that would follow didn't also have some great characters. Hell, I think one of the biggest strengths of the series has always been its characters. But if we're being honest, I don't think that really started till Final Fantasy IV, and after 7, they were never quite as well developed or engaging. But it was more than just a great cast. FF7 also had a very compelling story that tied in with the characters in a way that didn't seem forced and flowed quite naturally, never asking you to go too far away to experience the tale unfolding in front of you. In fact, the whole game flows quite well, never spending too much time on any one character or place, with an expansive world unlike any we'd seen before. Now, this game had some advantages over its predecessor in this respect, due to the hardware it was running on, but setting that aside, it was clear from the outset that this was something wondrous and vast, with locations that since have become iconic, with locales that are forever burned into the memory. Again, I don't want to dismiss what came before or after, but this is a world that truly stands out. And let's discuss perhaps the game's greatest strength, its growth and battle mechanics. The materia system, while somewhat of an amalgamation of both the job and magicite systems we had seen in earlier titles, was a truly refreshing and welcome change to the classic formula, allowing for a versatility that's been lacking in many of the early iterations, as well as giving players more freedom to experiment with different abilities and spells that had never been pre-assigned or required a great deal of grinding to unlock. The battle system was also tweaked to be more streamlined, having more in common with a game like Chrono Trigger than any of the previous Final Fantasies. And the introduction of the limit breaks was a game changer, something that has become a staple of the series, though handled poorly in the next two titles, and not really reaching its full potential till Final Fantasy X, still one of the great innovations of the series. And yeah, I guess I should probably discuss the graphics, though I do feel this is where the game is the weakest and shows its age the most. But at the time, it was a breathtaking experience, with fantastic cutscenes, beautiful and detailed backgrounds, and an art style never been seen before. Though again, I feel like it was its biggest failing, as going forward, the series seemed to focus more on style and visuals and less on substance and heart. And all in all, though, I do think this game embodies the best of both old and new, taking the elements of what came before it, improving on them, and setting the stage for what would come. And with an HD remake on the way, we can only hope those involved truly understand the impact the game had, and why it's still held with so much love today.